Hi, my name is Nikki Barran. I'm an actor out in Edmonton at the moment, but I will be back in Toronto by Christmas. Thanks! Hi, so I did something that I have never done before in an audition, and that is I lowered the keys of the songs that you gave us. It just wasn't sitting in the right place in my voice, and I did it for two reasons. One, I figured it's a new show, things might be in flux, and two, I noticed a note on one of the songs saying higher version, so I was like, so I lowered the songs a little bit. Thanks. Close the store, lock the same old door, clock the same old Legion lights, same old crowd, game of loud, same old Saturday night. I pause and put a face on, the only one I like to show. It says I'm alone, but I'm not lonely, and I hope that they don't know. Did I take the high road or the easy one? Did I climb or did I fall? Did I take the prize or run and hide? Did I win or lose it all? Did I settle down or settle where this beaten path began? I know so well that time will tell me over and over again. I know so well that time will tell me over and over again. He and I left here together, and we lived in the cities in bliss. Toronto and farther, two kids from the Harbour. It was all good till mother got sick, 'cause he fell in love with the skyline. So I rushed back here alone, with no bells, no ring, and my homecoming was just a coming home. And the last thing my dear mom did say was, you gotta get lost to find your way sometimes. I gotta say, you gotta get lost to find your way sometimes. Well, we made it to the sunset. The straggler has been found. Yes, you did go astray, but I showed you the way. You made it safe and sound. Sometimes, I gotta say, you gotta get lost to find your way sometimes. And I gotta say, you gotta get lost to find your way home.
Frank told me you'd be here.
Once a month, after I've done the books, sent off the remittances, all that tedious stuff, I treat myself to a late night picnic supper on the wharf. Some of Gina's bread.
It's great bread.
A piece of cheese, olives I stock that nobody here buys, a pear, wine.
Suppose it is only you running the shop.
I'm a one-woman band in a one-store town. I'd offer you some if I had a glass.
I would decline, I'm already over the limit. Wilfred had me up to his shed to look at his toe and wouldn't let me leave till I tried his craft gin.
Last year he was calling that moonshine artisanal vodka.
Might have been petrol. On the way here I thought of Sabira dancing with Yvonne.
Vino veritas. Well, how was Wolf's toe?
Terrible. Amputated on the spot right then and there.
What?
I'm just taking the piss. I'll fix him up first thing tomorrow. Wilf told me this terribly sentimental story of how Vaughn came to be here.
Oh, how he came to fix the engine on the old ferry.
That was only supposed to take a couple of days, but he falls head over heels for Vera.
He refuses to finish the job lest he has to leave the harbor.
No one could get to the mainland for a week.
Frank tells Yvonne to hurry up and propose.
Which Yvonne did.
And Vera said yes.
Yes. Yvonne fixed the engine and the ferry returned to the mainland forever without him.
Do you know, Dr. Christopher Compton Sackville, that every word of that story is true?
That scene was so steamy I thought it was Yvonne and Vera down there at the end of the wharf.
Were you spying on us?
Not you in particular, no. What a day, Kathleen. Chip Russet took it hook, line, and sinker. Doctor is smitten. The contract for the frozen French fry factory will be inked on Tuesday.
It's great, Frank. Congratulations. But what happens on Wednesday? If the doctor stays, is Yvonne gonna play dead forever? What happens when Chris asks to join the cricket team? Is everybody going to do an encore every time Chip Russet comes to town? Have you considered, even for a second, where Henry and Gus are gonna live?
One thing at a time.
More like one more lie at a time. Stop, Frank. Stop with the lying. I suppose you've come to believe them yourself. Just like that whopper, your mother...
That my mother... what?
The one she told about your father dying at sea. Everybody knows he ran away.
When you came back to take care of the shop, when your mom was dying, you believed Roger when he said he'd follow. You keep saying you aren't lonely, but you are.
What was there here for Roger?
Whatever he wanted to make of it, so long as you were here. Everything was here. Roger was never good enough for you, just as well he found out about you and Dr. Chris.
You told Roger that Chris and I were together?
He called the other day after he heard about Yvonne going to meet Maurice Richard.
It is my life, Frank. You don't get to say how it turns out.
I'm only looking out for Telltale Harbour.
This was never about saving the town. It's always been about saving yourself. Keeping the Frank Kavanaugh story going. Getting everyone to play their parts. Oh, I'll close up the store and then Kathleen won't appear in the role of the spinster shopkeeper anymore. And when Dr. Chris learns that you were only doing your daddy act, his heart is going to be shattered. I was doing the books tonight. The bank returned Mr. Hawko's old age pension check. The government knows he's dead. Maybe you fooled them all on Tuesday, Frank. But what happens on Wednesday?